Welcome back to the channel, everyone. This is your Reluctant Gringo back again with a brand new movie review. This will be a spoiler-free review, so I'll try to be as general as I can when discussing anything involving the plot. Releasing this weekend is the movie If, short for Imaginary Friends. Written and directed by Jon Krazinski and starring Ryan Reynolds, Cailey Fleming, Jon Krasinski, along with about 20 other high-profile actors and actresses lending their voice talents, If is a story about Bee, a 12-year-old girl who lost her mother to cancer, is in danger of losing her father to heart failure, played by Krasinski, and is forced to live with her grandmother in New York City. One night, Bee takes a walk and spots Blossom, a 1940s-styled animated character lurking in the shadows. She follows her back to the same apartment building that her grandmother occupies, and from there, Bee is thrown into the world of imaginary friends whose child creators have grown up, moved on, and forgotten that they exist. The catch is this: Ryan Reynolds has not forgotten. In fact, he's made it his life's work to try and find new children to adopt these imaginary friends, giving them purpose. Otherwise, they might just disappear. The problem, Ryan Reynolds' character has lost all his patience with the job, and even though Blossom, voiced by Phoebe Waller-Bridge, and Blue, a giant, clumsy, purple furball of an IF, voiced by Steve Carell, are his consistent companions, it is Bee and her enthusiasm to help these lost souls that drives the film forward. Step by step and one by one, Bee gives every effort to unite these forgotten ifs with someone who can see them and appreciate them for who they are and what they can offer. And at the same time, Bee must continue to fret over her father's fate as life-saving surgery approaches. Does this sound like a completely original concept of a film? No. There are definite Toy Story vibes throughout. Has the concept of imaginary friends been done before? Yes, and a couple of those Easter eggs in the film give a nod to them, such as Harvey, a 1950s film starring Jimmy Stewart about a man who has an imaginary rabbit named Harvey for a friend, and Calvin and Hobbes, the beloved comic strip where Calvin, a little boy, has an imaginary friend in the form of a tiger. But this film, I have to say, it has a lot of heart. It does not talk down to its audience. It does not spoon-feed you tired tropes. It has a genuine and authentic feel to it, and a lot of that is due to four things. First, the acting. Cailey Fleming does a great job, and the script requires a lot of her. There is dancing, there is deep emotional moments that need to be delivered with care, there is humor, and there's a need for her to sometimes be the adult in the room. And she does it all with a budding talent. Jon Krasinski plays the sick father trying to make each passing day easy on his little girl. Ryan Reynolds is Ryan Reynolds, and by that I mean he can play the grumpy, sarcastic adult, easily switch to slapstick comedy when the scene requires, and he can find those soft, touching moments that feel like his words carry the weight of the world. And his chemistry on screen with Cailey is solid. Second, the voice acting, spot on. Everyone. Sebastian Maniscalco and the legendary Lewis Gossett Jr. were my two favorites in the film, but you also get George Clooney, Jon Stewart, Matt Damon, Bill Hader, Awkwafina, Steve Carell, Emily Blunt, Bradley Cooper, Keegan-Michael Kay, Sam Rockwell, Blake Lively, and, for some reason, Brad Pitt is listed in the credits as Keith, an imaginary friend who's invisible and does not speak. Third, the directing. Krasinski does not try to do anything fancy. He just gives us the shot that we need for the story. Just simple. And with this type of story, simple works. The audience is not distracted from the narrative by a director trying to be too artistic. Fourth, the story itself is simple. It has a simple message. Just because we grow up does not mean we have to let go of the things that make us happy, give us hope, or give us comfort. In short, growing up is not about letting go of something. It's about bringing it along with you so you can reconnect from time to time. So yeah, I enjoyed the film. It made me laugh, it made me think, it entertained me, and when I left the theater, I felt good. Does it reach the high bar set by Toy Story? No. It does not. There are things that occur in a narrative that don't necessarily seem logical. The beginning is a little drawn out before getting to the actual ifs, and some of the resolution and the rules behind the ifs' existence are thin and leave you wanting a better explanation for all that is going on. But it's a fantasy movie about imaginary friends. What it is this. It's a simple, fun, family film that is there to give you a smile. That's its goal, and it certainly accomplishes it. Will it become an instant classic for children? Probably not. Will it break box office records? Probably not. Will you remember it at the end of the year? Probably not. And that is probably the best metaphor for the film. It is just like the imaginary friends it portrays. There for a brief period of time to give you comfort and make you feel good, and after a while, when the Deadpools and the Beetlejuices and the Jokers of 2024 get released, this film will fade from memory. Overall, a good film. Not a great film. A fun film. Not a genre-defining film. Still, it was good while it lasted. And that's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comment section below. And since there is still such a slow release of major studio films this year, I decided to start a Monday tradition, Retro Movie Review Theater, where I pick an older movie to talk about and recommend to all of you. So be sure to check them out by clicking on the thumbnails at the end of this video. Thank you for watching, and remember, I'm still your reluctant gringo, and from south of the border, salute, and a huevo.